everybody, and welcome to USC Aiken for today's matchup between Montevallo and USCA. Leading things off for today in today's game, Holly LaForce from Montevallo, batting first and playing third.
She comes into the game with a 388 average, slugging 448 and almost a 450 on base percentage, so not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Good to have in your leadoff spot.
Yeah, and the Falcons come in the game at 12-11. Overall, 3-2 in the league play. Pacers 14-8-1 and 3-3 in the conference.
And here's the first pitch, right down the middle for strike one, and we are underway.
Only a few hours later than normally expected.
Yep.
Game's supposed to be at, I believe, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I think that's what it said. Yeah.
And then got pushed back because of the weather. It rained this morning, so it was a good call.
Yeah, good call. Wasn't too bad of a rain delay though. So swing and a miss there. 0-2.
Messed up date night for me, but yeah, it is what it is.
At least you had a date night. Oh, I just hurt myself.
It's okay. Marcus Johnson, good to be here with you.
Hey, good to be here, Brent.
Yes, Lindy Dorgan's in circle, misses high. Dorgan looked impressive earlier this week when she faced Flagler. She faced off against a 14-game winner, freshman from Flagler, the second in the nation in strikeouts. Game went 10 innings, very impressive.
Foul ball there, 1-2. Went straight for the parking lot.
And of course, the ball goes in the parking lot. You got to worry about the cars getting hit. Denton Michaelis State Farm Insurance is who you need to call. One of our great longtime sponsors. Denton Michaelis, great person.
Got to get those pitches in as quick as possible. The 1-2. Change up, got her swinging for the strikeout and first out of the inning. That was a nasty looking off-speed pitch.
Yeah, that's Dorgan's go-to pitch.
It's so deceptive because it comes out of her hand so late. She's already got her arm almost looking like it's in full motion, and then
it's like she's trying to just float it.
Yeah, just float it.
And, with Dorgan's win the other day, she moves to 3-0 the season, has a 2.83 ERA. Kind of surprising. She's pitched 29.2 innings, but typically Haley Elkins has been the pitcher for USC Aiken, but she's moved to third base the last couple of games, giving her arm a little bit of rest. I know that she'll be probably back in the circle on Tuesday, if not at some point today.
That one fouled off, count even now at 1-1 as it goes out of play for Celestia Davila. She's out in right field today for Montevallo.
And just going around the outfield for the Pacers, in left field, Cindy Kate Murphy. Center field, the birthday girl, Leah Bogosian, who turned 20, I believe, today. Yep. Still looks about 12. And
that one fouled off again, 1-2.
And in right field, Chandler Turpin. In Turpin, you'll see pitching, same as Elkins and Dorgan. So basically, all their pitchers also hit. I say that, but Lindy Dorgan's not hitting right now today. In the infield from left to right at third base, it's Haley Elkins. Shortstop, Sarah Timmerman, who's getting to bat now at ninth. Second base is Julianne LeDuc. And first is Megan Jean Thrower, as Dorgan misses outside with the ball to make it 2-2. And Davila's holding a 281 batting average.
That ball in the dirt, full count.
This is a big series for USC Aiken. They have this game, and then coming into town is Armstrong State on Tuesday. It's a makeup game.
Lined up the middle and threw for a base hit. And Montevallo will put a runner on first with only one out.
Now batting, Kelsey Vinning.
And this is, like I said, a big series between the two. After Armstrong State, USC Aiken steps out of conference for a doubleheader at Barton before coming home next weekend for Columbus State and Georgia Southwestern. So these are, 8 big conference matches. When I say matches, games, sorry.
Hey, that's my mistake that I do all the time.
I was just talking to a women's soccer player downstairs, and talking about soccer matches, and
I call games matches and matches games, as the runner almost took off from first, just trying to get into the head of the Pacer hurler today.
Yeah, and also Kristen Lowry behind the plate, which I didn't mention. She was also known as Cricket.
The 0-1. This is outside, 1-1. Kelsey Vining at the plate now, center fielder for Montevallo.
And she's batting 348 on the season. 8 extra base hits with 3 doubles, 3 triples, and a pair of homers. Leads the team with 19 RBI.
Show a bunt here. Bunted right back to the circle. Throw to first is in time for the second out, but the runner will advance on the sacrifice, so a runner on second and 2 down.
Now batting, Dylan Bailey.
We were talking on Inside Pacer Nation, the podcast, Jordan and myself. We're talking about how this softball team is one series away from having having the momentum they need to really carry themselves deep into the postseason. And I feel like that Flagler series may have been just what they needed. And we'll see if they can carry that momentum here against Montevallo.
And it very well could affect USC Aiken. But I also think that this is another huge one for them as well. I mean, every single game in the Peach Belt is critical. Yeah. But Montevallo and USC Aiken right next to each other in the standings currently, so this is go a long way, especially down the road, depending on how things end up in the conference.
Exactly. The 1-0 misses high to Dylan Bailey. Dylan Bailey, the designated player for Montevallo today. And the 2-0 pitch popped it up right around second base in the shallow center field. Caught by Bogosian for the third and final out. So Montevallo will leave one stranded as we go into the bottom of the first. No score. And welcome back, folks. Bottom of the first inning about to get underway.
Now batting, the center fielder, Leah Bogosian.
And the birthday girl once again, Leah Bogosian, will lead things off for USCA.
And Joycelyn Rivera in the circle for Montevallo comes with a 4.25 ERA. She's 6-5 on the season.
And first pitch just missing outside for ball one.
I can't tell if this umpire is going to be a delayed call or if he's just seriously looking at it for a second and then just takes a minute to get it up. Maybe his back's thrown out like mine is.
Could be. Got to fight through the pain. The 1-0. That one finds the strike zone, 1-1.
And Bogosian coming into the game, batting .323 on the season, 10 hits and 31 at-bats, scored 9 runs, .364 on base percentage.
And Bogosian tries to lay down a bunt, follows through with it, and misses for strike 2.
And we did see her have a little bit of power last time. Hit the ball to the edge of the infield and hit the grass.
That's power for her.
In Little League, that'd be a home run. Here, it's the single.
The 1-2. Right back to the circle. Throw to first is in time, even with Bogosian's speed. And it's 1 out.
And she actually hit it really hard back to her instead of just the normal tap that she tries to do. And if
it also looked like almost like check swing. She didn't go
now batting, number 4,
fully around.
Sydney Kate Murphy.
And coming to the plate right now is Sydney Kate Murphy, number 4, batting .321. lost her first home run of the season in walk-off fashion against Flagler, 3-run homer in the 10th inning.
That was
on
a
Tuesday.
beautiful home run, one that you hijacked.
Sorry, into the wind though too.
Yeah, that was the day the wind was just absolutely brutal, and she hits one into right field for a base hit.
And you can see the right fielder would have fielded it clean. That she's probably looking to try to throw her out.
I was gonna
that
say
fast.
that was close, closer than I thought it would be.
Murphy's been batting really well lately, and I do believe her dad's in town too, so she always plays a little bit better when her parents are there. But as she says, Mama Murphy probably is not in town right now. I'm not sure. She just told me to turn the music up. Other than that, I haven't talked to her. But it's going to bring up Chandler Terrapin. Terrapin's batting 292. Leads a team with 16 RBIs.
So 1 on and 1 out for Terrapin. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up, foul, and out of play.
And as we talked about the wind the other day, it's not like today's wind where it's blowing a little bit. That was legitimately 25 to 30 mile per hour winds, and
Sustained gusts too, yeah.
it hijacked about 4 home runs for both teams, which probably benefited the USC Aiken.
Yeah, it definitely did. High and away, ball one, evens count up at 1-1. Yeah, there were a few well hit balls for Flagler that just carried back into the infield, into the field of play, I should say, and were outs.
And you could see a couple times where the center fielder would have to run in 10, 20 yards to catch the ball after going back because it got hung up in the jet stream.
That pitch high for ball 2, 2-1. And that really benefits USC Aiken because when you have two center fielders like Brielle Jungla and Leah Bogosian who are very, very fast, they can make up that lost ground.
And not Usain Bolt fast, but Carl Lewis type fast.
Yeah, go with that. That's a good analogy. 2-1. Ground ball to the short side. Diving stop. Throw to second is not in time. Excellent defensive effort there by the shortstop for Montevallo. That was Haley Barnett.
Now batting, the designated player.
And that's a hit all the way. Usually some people question if that's going to be fielder's choice, but for her just getting to the ball.
Just getting to the ball alone was an incredible feat.
There was no way she was going to throw out Terrapin.
Oh, no.
But it's going to bring up sophomore Hannah Price. I keep wanting to call her a freshman, but she's a sophomore.
So runners on first and second with 1 out. First pitch right down the middle for strike 1.
It's always that first pitch lots of times a strike right down the middle or the 3-0 counts right down the middle.
That's true, yeah.
I'd probably miss both of them. Don't say that's true.
No, because it's true for me, I should say. The 0-1. Slow grounder to short. Throw to second for 1, and that's all they're going to get. So it'll be runners on the corners for the Pacers with 2 outs.
I'm just going to bring up Megan Jean Thrower, senior, who seems like she's been here for about 7 or 8 years. But Thrower's batting 258 on the season. Has a homer, 7 RBIs. But also, still on the team with 9 walks. I mean, she's got a pretty good eye. And lots of times where she's hitting the ball, it's right to people, though. So you do have that issue, but she's also capable of hitting it into a 30-mile-per-hour wind over the fence.
That's true. She's got power in that bat when she wants to. First pitch. Misses outside for ball 1.
And not jumping ahead, but if Thrower can get on base, it brings up Haley Elkins, which, of course, was really the hero of the last game, in addition to Murphy. 2-strike, 2-out homer in the bottom of the 7th inning to tie it up.
She was the unsung hero. And that will be a foul tip to the backstop.
And of course, we talked to Elkins post game, and she said I was going for a home run. I was going to strike out or hit a home run, one of the two. You don't normally hear people say that.
Hey, but it paid off for her. Almost like a called shot.
If she would have pointed the bat, that would have been more impressive.
That would have been incredible.
Like Mr. Baseball or Babe Ruth.
1-1. Popped up behind the plate. That will go over the roof of the press box here. And the count 1-2. One-two pitch. Misses outside, 2-2. Trying to get her to chase, but sent it a little too far out, I think.
Yeah, and also Hannah Price was trying to get her to throw down to, to chase her down to second base, and that wasn't going to happen, though.
That's true. 2-2 with 2 outs and 2 on. That one also missing outside, and the count full to Thrower.
We'll see if Thrower can be a hitter right here.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. All these puns.
And we're just getting started.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. If you thought the Flagler game was bad, this will probably match it.
It will be entertaining.
Outside ball 4, and thrower draws the walk to load the bases.
And Elkins comes to the plate,
Now
batting
third baseman,
304 in the
Haley
season.
Elkins.
3 doubles, a homer, 6 RBIs, 435 slugging percentage, and getting on base nearly half the time. So you can't really complain about her at all. This is the first time she's been able to hit in her career after transferring from Charleston Southern, where she's strictly a pitcher. She comes in here and pitches some, third base some, and hits all the time.
Yeah, you may even take it into consideration that she really enjoys the opportunity to hit, and looks like we're gonna have a pinch runner for thrower at first.
Janie. And pinch running for the Pacers, number 3, Janie McCarthy.
And Janie McCarthy will come in to pinch run.
For thrower.
But as I was saying about Haley Elkins, you have to wonder if this being her first year being able to hit, she really wants to take full advantage of it. Maybe a little giddy about going out there and swinging the bat.
Swinging at everything. I know I did when I was out there playing a couple weeks ago.
And she swings a miss at the first pitch for strike one. Check throw over to third base, I should say. Usually there's a check throw to first, but it's wrong side. Usually I get left and right field mixed up. Now it's first and third base.
If you want to hear Marcus really have fun, go back to the first game we broadcast last year for baseball.
Please no.
It was entertaining, but all wrong.
All wrong. Yeah, I know. I was young. I was a senior. It was my first broadcast. Got me a little slack. That pitch just on the outside corner.
Nice pitch.
0-2. It was a good frame there by Federico.
I'll let you handle the names. If we do mispronounce any names, we apologize. Blame their sports formation director, Wesley Herring. Or not Herring, sorry. Wesley Hallman, I believe it is.
0-2, missing high. 1-2. Bases are loaded here in the bottom of the first inning. No score as of yet, but 2 outs for the Pacers. And that one ripped foul down the first base side, just barely foul.
That was maybe by 2 or 3 inches.
I'd say it was about an inch, actually. That was very close.
I think people in broadcast booths were laughing that Janie McCarthy had almost caught Hannah Price on that play. Janie's fast. Her mom's like a personal trainer as well, so she makes sure that Janie's in shape. They might be meeting in the circle right now. Might be talking about, hey, where do you want to go afterwards? Maybe Willie Jules.
Maybe Willie Jules. He gave me that coupon the other day, and my folks and I will probably take full advantage of that at some point.
And if not, we have students that are actually working there today, and always over the side of Southern Hospitality. Great food. I know the brisket for me is great.
And the 1-2. Another high pitch, 2-2.
Pretty good crowd here today. Warmed up a little bit after kind of chilly the morning.
Yeah, just a little chilly, but it's probably about 70 degrees out there, I'd say. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Elkins goes down on strikes to end the threat. Bases will leave the bases loaded as we go into the top of the second. Still no score. And we are back. You're in the top of the second inning. No score yet between Montevallo and USC Aiken. Leading things off, Marissa Sosa for Montevallo. And she swings and misses at that pitch for strike one to even the count up.
She's batting just a shade under 300 so far.
And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nice movement on that pitch, 1-2.
It was almost like Sosa was trying to pull the ball straight away, and the ball was going right down the center of the plate, and her stepping up with her front shoulder made her miss the ball.
And it could happen. Could have been the reason. Ground ball here to second. A little short throw to first in time for the first out.
Well, Duke had a couple good plays against Flagler. Really good plays, I should say.
Yeah, that she did.
Came through with a couple clutch hits as well.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Duke.
I'm right every once in a while.
Every now and again.
Yeah, you see Timmerman and Dorgan celebrating a little bit, which they're like best friends, so they can do that.
Yeah, they're allowed to. We'll allow them this time around. Darby Duke now coming up, the left fielder from Montevallo.
Batting .286 on the season, .333 slugging percentage.
First pitch just missing outside for ball one.
Nice job by Cricket to try to frame it. Winner of the count here is 1 out here in the top of second. And Dorgan wants no part of her, so she's sticking outside for now.
Two 0. Ooh, just missing high and inside for another ball, 3-0.
And Lindy's a little bit befuddled about that pitch. Getting some advice from Coach Payne, former standout here.
And that will be the walk. 4 straight pitches. Puts a runner on first base with 1 out.
Now batting, Lauren Van Steenwhite.
And Lauren Van Steenwhite coming up to bat.
She's batting .276 on the season. Couple homers, 5 RBIs. Slugging .552.
So for the second straight inning, Montevallo has a runner on first with only 1 out. And a swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike one.
Oh, speed pitch right there.
And the 0-1. Another off-speed pitch. Fouled off, 0-2.
You could tell she wanted to swing a couple of times and had the foot planted immediately, and then had to wait, and was still able to get a piece of it.
And she probably could have swung twice and gotten and still made contact.
But if she swung twice and missed, would that count as 2 strikes? That's the question.
That is the question. Like, we could refer to some old cartoons about that. With the super slow pitch. The 0-2. Misses outside. Runner going for second and diving in safe with the stolen bases, Darby Duke. So now a runner on second base with only 1 out. Falcons trying to get on the board early here.
And they already caught 2 runner stealing so far this year, but 9 have stolen off of her. I love this. You see a lot of high numbers throughout softball because 60 feet apart, they're able to get that one good jump, and unless you really have a really good arm, that's going to happen. But great job by Dorgan to not worry about the runner and get the strikeout there.
Yeah, big strikeout, and now it's 2 down.
Now batting,
runner on
Lady
second.
Sarah Federico.
And Lady Sarah Federico coming up.
And she's batting .280 on the season. Has a homer, 3 RBIs.
Federico, the catcher today. First pitch just missing outside. Not missing by much, but just by a hair.
And a lot of it, I think, is with depending on what shoulder the umpire's set up on.
Yeah,
If they're-
that's usually it, yeah.
We did see the umpire the other day, but they were getting the outside pitch call consistently throughout the whole game.
That pitch high, ball 2, 2-0. I mean, that just happens. Umpires are human too. They'll miss, or they'll all have their own zones, or they'll miss something here and there.
Right.
Their perception is always different. The 2-0 popped up into foul territory and just out of the reach of the glove. So it'll be 2-1.
I thought Terrapin had that.
It looked like she had it, but then she disappeared behind the dugout. And
Last year she disappeared into the dugout when she collided a three-person collision.
yeah, that was the Montevallo game, wasn't it? She did that too.
That was Flagler.
Oh yeah, flag.
Because
This
this
is
is
the
Montevallo game. Yes.
Oh
It's
boy.
a long week for you, I know.
Yeah, it is. 2-1. Just missing outside for a ball. 3-1. Yeah, I've just been stressing over stupid things.
You shouldn't stress in life.
You say that, but it's tough not to. 3-1. Popped up into center field. Bogosian is there, and she will make the catch for the third out. And that will do it here in the top of the second. Still no score. Pacers coming up.
And just talking about Juliana Duke a moment ago, and she's coming to the plate. She's been on fire lately.
First pitch misses outside for ball 1.
And she's been on such a tear lately, she might go play the South Carolina Education Lottery.
She might indeed. Take a chance, give a chance. South Carolina Education Lottery, supporting a good cause. That pitch missing inside. 2-0.
Sometimes I support them, sometimes they support me. It just depends.
They never support me.
But do it responsibly.
Oh, of course. Don't want to wake up one day in serious debt.
Already there.
The 2-0. Right down the middle, 2-1. Unless, of course, you're a college student, then you wake up and every day you're in serious debt.
The next like 20 years of your life.
It all depends.
Well,
How
I
many-
am.
Okay.
Same.
2-1. Popped up, center field. And it will be caught for the first out.
Yeah, can of corn over there. And it's going to bring up Kristen
Now
Cricket
batting,
Lowry.
The catcher, Kristen Lowry.
It's Cricket because I believe she said her nephew when he was little couldn't say Kristen, so it turned into Cricket.
It's interesting how some of these nicknames come around.
Made a deal with her the other day. She said if they won both games today, I would let her reshoot her 3 Things You Don't Know video, which will be posted the next week.
And first pitch misses outside. 1-0. So she has extra motivation to win today. We'll see if she can put that into her bat.
Hopefully.
The 1-0. Misses outside again. 2-0.
Lowry coming in again with a 316 average, a couple doubles, 12 hits, 5 RBIs. But she split time a lot lately with Cindy Kate Murphy behind the plate. They would each take a game, and now Murphy's moved over to left field some and then catches the other set game too. So a little bit different lineup for her.
2-0 misses inside, 3-0.
I can't make out the cheer.
Yeah, neither can I. Just sounded like random screaming. Or yelling, I should say, not really screaming. 3-0. Right down the middle, 3-1. That one is fouled off. 3-2 full count.
Already the transfer of the season. But this is 5'10", but looks like she's about 6 foot tall.
Yeah, you're right about that.
She's wiry also.
That's also true. 3-1 pitch, or 3-2 pitch popped up. Foul territory, and that one will be caught for the second out.
That's going to bring up Sarah Timmerman.
Now batting, number 7, Sarah Timmerman.
Timmerman's batting .250 on the season. Only had 8 at-bats. Primarily, she's been playing shortstop, and one of the other players has been hitting, and she's been the flex player. But today, they're going to switch it up a little bit, and Dorgan's not going to hit.
And it's interesting. A lot of times you see the Pacers have their pitcher go out and hit as well as pitch, but today's game a little different. And first pitch fouled back and out of play for strike one.
And that might be because Dorgan was struggling a little bit in the last doubleheader. And see how Timmerman does. And she responded well at Francis Marion and hit the ball hard at Pembroke, and those are the 2 days that she batted this season. I know she's anxious, said she'd been working on a lot.
The 0-1. Slow ground ball. It'll be called a foul ball off her foot, and she is hobbling a little bit. Just trying to walk it off till she gets full feeling back in that appendage.
And while she walks it off, we want to thank Aiken Flooring, because you can always stand on us.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Great lead into that pitch.
Great people. So for all your flooring needs, go to Aiken Flooring, located on Whiskey Road.
Just down the road from Willie Joe's Barbecue.
Absolutely. USC Aiken alums. And you can't really ask for more than people that come back and support the alma mater and do it through PatriotSports.com. So it enables us to actually, all the broadcasts and streams that we do because of our generous sponsors that we have.
The 0-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Count stays at 0-2. Speaking of USC alumni, I believe the Tyler's Tire and Auto are USC Aiken alumni.
They are. Bambi Harmon played softball here. Her husband played baseball. They probably have a sponsorship that lots of people here love. It's the 3 things you don't know. We post 7 days a week. And man, some of the stuff they say is funny.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen a few of them. Ooh, that pitch just catching the inside corner for strike 3. And the Pacers go down in order here in the bottom of the second to keep the score at 0-0. Top of the third coming up. And we are back here in the top of the third inning. No score yet between the Montevallo Falcons and USC Aiken Pacers. Haley Barnett leads things off, fouls off the first pitch for strike one. The 0-1 pitch misses low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Off-speed pitch, just missing a little bit too high. 2-1.
It almost looks like the strike zone is, I won't say small, but it looks small.
Yeah, I give it that.
But we're up high, so it's kind of hard to tell where it lands when it crosses the plate.
As that one just finds the outside corner for strike two. 2-2. That's lined right to third base and caught for the first out.
Now batting, Holly LaForce.
And we're back to the top of the order with Holly LaForce, the third baseman for Montevallo.
She struck out swinging in the first at bat. It was on an off-speed pitch.
I believe so, yeah. And there have been some nasty off-speeders today on both ends. And that one fouled off for strike one.
Talk about off-speed, and here goes a fastball.
I mean, you gotta switch it up every now and again.
I don't know, unless you're like the movie from The Scout with Brendan Fraser, all he did was throw 81 straight, fastballs.
That pitch just missing outside, 1-1. I mean, if you got enough heat on that fastball, may as well. Like Aroldis Chapman in baseball throws a 105-mile-an-hour fastball.
Leaves my bat going about 108.
That pitch just inside, 1-2. Just on the inside corner, I should say, not just inside. You know what I mean, though.
I've been working with you for 2 years. I kind of know what you mean.
The 1-2. Popped up. First base side foul territory, and it's just going to land amongst everybody, and Megan Jean Thrower goes down.
But she's back up.
She's back up. That's why I said it with a little bit of a laugh, because I think she ran into LeDuc.
And LeDuc, I mean, she's got some strength on her. I mean, she can knock people down pretty quick.
So to Thrower's credit, she did not trip over anything.
That's a first. We joke because she tripped over a bat. She tripped over a person last year. She tripped over first base. She tripped over second base. Just wait till senior day.
Oh, no. The 1-2. Fouled off. We'll do it again.
I believe Taylor Stratton, one of our volleyball players, posted a picture. It might have been Taylor Stratton. Posted a picture of Megan Thrower of her on the ground after. Oh, sorry, I've been told it was Brielle Jung, but close call. Both play sports, and
popped up right by home plate, and that will be caught for the first out.
And it was a thrower.
Oh, I'm sorry, second out.
It was thrower, falling over the bat, and she had a picture of when she's like 5 doing about the same thing.
Oh, so it's been a recurring theme in her life, I take it.
Sometimes you grow out of things in life, but sometimes you just stay with you forever, and that might be one of them.
I mean, it happens. It happens. So Celestia Davila will come up to bat now. First pitch just missing outside for ball one. That one is popped up into shallow left field. A diving catch is made there for the third and final out by Sarah Timmerman. Excellent job for Timmerman to finish the inning as Montevallo goes down 1-2-3. Bottom of the third coming up, still no score.
we are back here at the bottom of the third
Birthday girl, Leah
as the birthday girl, Leah Bogosian, steps in the plate, which means our lovely singing by Taylor Stratton will now end.
Thankfully, it will end.
And folks, if you want to listen to it, just text us. We'll leave it up next time she sings and let you hear it.
And she's going to lay down yet another bunt. Well laid down, and she will beat it out to first base for an infield hit. This time she didn't bunt it straight back to the circle like she did the first time.
She did it.
It paid off.
Number 4, Sydney Kate Murphy.
Brings up Sydney Kate Murphy with one on and nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning.
And Mike mostly his hits, they go about 3 feet. About as tall as she is.
Oh, that was a cruel one. Cruel but true. Another show of bunt. Another good bunt laid down. Throw to first. Draws the first baseman off the bag, and it's going to go into right field, and that will allow Bogosian to advance to third.
That was the third baseman that threw it?
Believe so.
Now batting, number 11, Chandler Terrapin.
That brings up Chandler Terrapin with 2 on and nobody out after the throwing error. Had that throw been on target, you could make a safe bet that Sydney Kate Murphy would have been out. But instead, there's runners on the corners for the Pacers. And another bunt here. It's bumped up in the air, and that's going to be caught for an out. The throw to third is in time, and Bogosian has been doubled up. They're going to throw to first,
Triple
and
play.
it's a triple play.
Wow.
How about that? That's one way to end an inning. A triple play for Montevallo sits the Pacers down as we go into the top of the fourth. Still no score. And welcome back, folks. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Pacers lined out into a triple play to end the bottom of the third. As Montevallo comes up, Vining leads things off. Check, swing, foul, ball for strike one.
You're a lifesaver. Appreciate it, brother.
So an 0-1 count to Vining.
And in 14 years of doing stats, that's the first time I've ever had to put one in.
That one ripped into the air, and that'll go foul for strike two. It's not often you see a triple play, especially one like that. That was a very interesting triple play.
Which Murphy thought that the ball was caught, and she was really hidden from the play because the pitcher blocked her view.
Well, the bunt was low. was close to the ground, but it just popped it right back up straight to the circle, and they were able to throw them all out. That pitch in the dirt for ball one. I mean, good heads-up job there by Montevallo to get that triple play, and especially to get Bogosian over at third, even with a double clutch.
Right. And really, if you're Bogosian when it's been like that, unless his suicide was on, which it very well could have been, that
line drive into center field. That will go in for a base hit and go to the wall. That could be extra bases. Throw comes in. It'll be cut off, and it is a leadoff double for Montevallo's Vining. And they have a runner on second with nobody out.
and unless it was a suicide squeeze, you would think that the runner would stay pretty much close to the bag, because worst case scenario, they might throw someone out second, but you're still first and third with one out at that point.
So just a little bit of
Of a mix-up.
mental errors, probably. Yeah. But again, with Bogosian speed, they very well could have been trying for a squeeze.
And having known Coach Snyder and people that have been around him, they do say he tries to squeeze a lot.
And that one's lined into left field. That one will be caught for the out. They'll throw to second, but not in time, as Vining wisely was close enough to the bag.
And great job by Cindy Kate Murphy over there. Almost made up for the
running error that she had. But you can't really call it a running error. She had to go. But
she had to go, and she was blocked the view. And the sad part is you see Coach Jones over there yelling for her to come back, but she was watching the play trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah. It's one of those moments where you can't really process what's going on altogether. But after Dylan Bailey lines out, Marissa Sosi comes up and takes a first pitch strike.
Well, that's a wild day, a wild play today, and
yeah,
it's pretty much been a wild week for USC Aiken.
It has. The 0-1, high and inside for a ball, 1-1. Yeah, Pacer baseball almost let their opponents come back. Emmanuel almost let them come back in the top of the ninth inning just a little while ago, and they've dropped the first game against Columbus State of their away series. Ground ball to short, throw to first in time for the second out.
And you see, talking about the baseball team, they ranked number 1 in the nation for the first time since 2013. Won the game Wednesday, lost last night 3-2, and they're down 8-1 in the 7th inning. So if they can't come back, they'll need us to say they'll drop from probably the top 3 or 4 spots in next week's poll. And it's a very volatile poll. You'll see some teams are number 3 one week and 20th the next week, and vice versa.
That'll happen. I mean, what was it? Nova Southeastern, the team they played, who was number 1, as a runner goes from second, nobody over at third. They're going to throw anyway. Shortstop almost had him, but she dropped the ball, unfortunately. So it'll be a stolen base.
And great throw and good effort by Timmerman, but she's unable to catch the ball coming in. And she had the ball there, but she just couldn't.
She couldn't keep her glove on it. Yeah.
Right.
So 1-0 count now. That pitch just missing.
It looked like a good one.
A count 2-0 with a runner on third base and 2 outs for Darby Duke. High and inside this time, 3-0.
I was trying to enter the pitch count on. I was looking at the basketball scores. I'm like, why is it not going in? I was like, oh, I clicked on the wrong thing.
It happens all the time to me. That pitch on the outside corner for a call strike, 3-1.
You see that Duke about threw her bat over there to head down to first, but umpire said, not so fast.
3-1 pitch, fouled off, full count.
Good job by Dorgan to work back from the 3-0 hole. Trying to figure out if she has a glove in the back of her pocket.
Not sure. I really can't tell.
A batting glove in the back of her pocket, which makes sense because she's not batting.